Okay, attempt number 8, I don't know. So, getting the beer out of the way. Good stuff, neat stuff. You want to try something out? Try this. If you really like IPAs, this is an amazing IPA. It's really good. Not the best, but it's really good. And after drinking those two awful beers from the last report that I did, this was amazing. This was like drinking beer from the glass of God. California, England. Wells Banana Bread Beer, and Lagunitas from California. I didn't know how to say it, and there's actually has like a little thing underneath it. It's funny. It has like the pronunciation. Anyways, yeah, it's very hoppy. It's an IPA, so and this got a nice flavor. It's interesting. Okay, so check it out. This is really for Daniel because I don't know. Daniel and I have known each other for years, and we've been really good friends. One of my best friends for years, from like the first time we met. And he moved, and he posted. He moved hours away, anyways. So long story short, I got some stuff because I don't know, I was thinking of Daniel, and he posted a song by a fellow who goes by One-O-Trix Point Never, and you guys really liked it. And I was going to get his new album anyways, but they didn't have it at the time where I went. So I picked up the album that I thought that album, that song that he shared, stumbling over my own tongue because I'm trying to hurry. The song that he shared, I thought it was on this album. It wasn't. It wasn't at all. That song that he shared was like released on like a cassette, and only a cassette, and there was only like 100 made, and now there's like $100 to buy it, so I'm not gonna get it. What are you gonna do? It's life, people. It's disappointment and pain. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I've drank 2 cups of espresso because I keep redoing it, and so now I'm just like really caffeine. Uh, anyways, Zones Without People, One-O-Trix Point Never. Came with the download card, haven't used it. A lot of these came with download cards I'm going to share with you today. And that I shared with you the last report. I haven't used them yet. I don't really do much with MP3s. I'll use them eventually though. But yeah, and I would have known that if I had like read the fine print. I thought that it just didn't, because some albums just don't have a track list on the back. They just don't. And so I thought it would be one of those cases, but no, tiny print at the bottom. It's there. But I picked this up by accident, so it was a completely new experience to me, and it was really nice. It's a drone that's easier on the ears as far as not sounding scary. A lot of lush sounds, a lot of broken sounds, distortion. Not necessarily distortion. I don't know how to describe it. I wanted a bunch of albums that were completely new to me, but I couldn't sit and listen to like this. Just couldn't give it a 1 out of 10, or I mean I could, but you know what I'm saying. I just wanted something that I could just listen to. I wanted to go to the record store and buy something that I haven't necessarily heard or even heard of, and or just something that I thought might be interesting by the cover or whatever. That's kind of like the reason why I started to get into vinyl. And lately, I have been going on the internet, listening to it, and then going and grabbing the record. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have more of a fun time with it. So I went to the record store, went to go get One-O-Trix Point Never's new album, and it wasn't there. It was like there were like 5 copies there, like a day before, and they all sold out. But I went back and I found it. So there you go. This is that was Zones Without People. This is 0 plus R plus 7, and I think that's a perfect portrait of himself, the upside down face. This, like I said, I had been going on the internet and listening to things before I buy them to see if I like it, and I didn't want to do that. So I didn't do that with this one. I purposely did not listen to it. I was looking forward to listening to this album, but I was like, no, I'm not going to listen to it until I get it on wax. And I did that, and this was everything that I wanted it to be and more. It honestly was. Really was. 2 records. The A side has 3, the B side has 2. I think this is a flawless record. He takes like really computer sounds, just like stock sounds that come with recording or producing software, and it just sounds really cold and fake. Like some of the trumpets and horns that he uses just sound, really cold, and he takes them and then works them into the rest of the song, and it sounds really genuine, and it just, I don't know, if to me at least, so this is of course just my opinion, but he takes these like really cold sounds, and on the surface, all of it still kind of sounds cold, but it works so well. It works so well. It's amazing sound engineering. If you're a sound guy, I would check it out. If you want something new and you want something that will tickle your brain, check it out. Like I said, I wanted something that I couldn't just sit and analyze, and something that I wasn't entirely comfortable with. I wanted to get out of that. And this one I listened to like 3 songs off this album, and then I did the same thing. I was like, dude, I just want to hear it on wax, so I quit listening to it, because I was really excited whenever I first heard this. Pax and Cloak Excavation. There was like a lot of buzz around this album, and absolutely deserved. Absolutely deserved. This is Drone as well. Those two people call those two the One of Tricks Point Never Drone. Yeah, whatever. Call it whatever you want, but I'm not saying it's not. I'll say that. I'm not saying it's not, but this is. I feel like this is pretty easy to call Drone. This is scary stuff. Double LP. Um, really minimal packaging. I feel like that's what I couldn't see this having really crazy cool packaging. Um, 2 albums that just fit right in there perfectly. The A side, the B side. Oops, sorry. And, just really minimal. The other 2 records. Well, I'm sorry, the other record, the second record. Same way. Picture of the rope. And yeah, and then it comes with this, just an insert of credits, and thank yous, which I guess is still a credit in its own way. And then the download card um, is in here also with a thank you. It says "Long live physical media." Amen to that. Um, this. I will say this though. This is not something that I could like really see myself. Well, myself I could, but I couldn't. I just can't see like a lot of people putting this on and listening to it in their car. Um, I, I mean, I will be doing that though. I'll be honest with you, but really good listen. If you, yet again, if you run a soundboard or whatever, if you just want to hear something that just sounds perfect, Pax and Cloak Excavation, check it out. But like I said, it's Drone. It's really, everything creeps up on you. It's massive. The low ends on that album are massive, massive. Jesus Christ, they're massive. It's insane. And one thing I want to say about this album, even though I already talked about it, the like I said, there's 3 songs with both the records, 3 songs A and two songs on the B side. The way that this plays out as an album is amazing. Just listening to it from A to B is amazing. With Zones Without People, it was also like that. It played really well, but this, it just sounds like it was so intentionally done, um, but not forced. It's great. It starts off with Born Angel, and it goes to Americans, and then He, She, and then you flip the record over, it goes Inside World to Zebra, and like Zebra just really stuck out to me. And then the B side, I mean the C, I guess, the A side to the second record, C, whatever, it has problem areas, and I think there was a video for that, but that was the one song that I listened to on this before buying the record, and I cheated, I saw it, I was like, oh, I'll click on it, but the song before that, Along, there's no space on the record. It just goes right into it. And then there's a space, just a short one for the third song on there. But check this out. Like if you just want to sit and listen to an album, And you know, I don't know. I don't know who I would suggest this to in the zone, or it's not the zone anymore. The co-op. I'm used to it. There's I guess Daniel. If you're up for something new, check it out. Now, something new for me. Unknown Pleasures, Joy Division. It's not new, but I never sat down and listened to it. And you know, I was shopping for records, you know, in high school, and um, the people that own the record store that I went to, Lost and Found, they Nathan, you know, he always tries to show me something older because I would go in looking for new stuff, and he would just, you know, we would just share music, and this, I mean, everybody will, you know, say that this is an essential to have if you are into electronic music or just really music at all. This is, you know, this is an essential album. But I never sat down and listened to it until I bought it, and I was not disappointed. I didn't think I was going to be. I mean, it was just as good as I thought it was going to be. Honestly, I really liked it. I was a little bit surprised of how much I did like it. This is the 2007 repress. Really good job. Nice feel to it. Doesn't feel like normal cardboard. It smells. It feels nice. Just really nice. So it's weird. Just like being a little bit silly because it's coffee. Comes it came in a sleeve. It's like it gives you a picture sleeve, and they give you an anti-static sleeve as well. And I like that because I don't use my picture sleeves. I just don't. With the Sun album, I'll show you in a second. In some records I have to because I can't fit, you know, like a non-picture. I can't just take like a white sleeve and put it in there. It just won't fit. But with this one, they they gave it to you. That way, whenever it showed up to your doorstep or whenever you go and buy it, it won't have wear on the edge, which happens a lot. So it was good looking out from those guys. I'm just gonna continue this really dark theme I have going on. Sun. This is heavy. Um, I mean, it's actually the weight is heavy, but the sound is heavy and intense, and it's just a wall of sound that is creeping up on you and eating your kids, and just burning churches, and it's amazing, and the artwork's beautiful, and the vinyl's heavy, and everything about this is perfect. It's came out. This is I think it was a re-release. Look at how clean and shiny that is. Oh God, everything. This is even shinier than that Sade album. That's crazy. Anyways, kind of would expect it to be since it's like brand new. But record store day release. They did color vinyl and then they did just normal black vinyl. And I wanted black vinyl because with Sun, it's all about sound quality. Just all about sound quality. Just perfect. It's perfect. And the side one has one sword, two has two swords. This is side four. Pictures of swords on there. I believe that's what that is. Or is it chandeliers? I don't know. I haven't really looked at the record itself. But I put this on and it shook my entire house. And it was, well, apartment, whatever. But beautiful packaging. Beautiful packaging. I was so excited when I saw it, and then I bought it and immediately opened it and just thrilled. No disappointments at all. At all. This album, the packaging did the album itself justice. And this is again more like drony stuff, dark stuff. This is just as dark as that Excavation album. I can't really say which is darker than the other as far as that goes. Now, I mentioned that I could talk about an album playing out from A to B or start to finish, completely perfect, just great example. I've listened to this album so just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. Flying Lotus, Cosmograma. By the way, I don't know if I said it, that was Sun. This is how you type it. SUNN 0 end apostrophe end apostrophe end apostrophe. Sun, black one. Perfectly appropriate. There's a glare. Anyways, Flying Lotus, Cosmograma, Cosmogramma. I don't know. However, but this one has like plastic. I don't know, but shiny cover, beautiful artwork, beautiful. I can't remember the guy's name that does this, but yeah. This album, I've listened to this, like I said, hundreds of times. Picture sleeves, not on wax, not this copy because I just got this, but I think I first listened to it when I was a junior in high school, I think. And at first I showed it to my friend. Well, I didn't show it to him, but I asked him about it. He didn't like it, and I was so unsure if I liked it or not. Um, the whole time, and I kept listening to it, and I kept listening to it because it was, it's interesting regardless. And at first, I felt like, I was like, oh, this is a little bit too much for me, but I just kept listening to it, and it grew on me, and it grew on me, and now, like, this is, like, I listen to this every day at work, the entire thing when I would open the restaurant that I worked at. Um, Great. It has Thundercat, Tom York from Radiohead. It has a good amount of guest spots, but every song just flows in perfectly, and he samples like his. He has ties to a lot of jazz legends, like Alice Coltrane is the wife of John Coltrane, is his aunt, and so there's just a bunch of jazz that I have heard, that I haven't heard, samples, and I have the I guess it's the EP that they released for Record Store Day as well, of just some of the string arrangements and stuff. An orchestra, I can't remember what orchestra, but an orchestra actually got together and covered all of these songs. Like, they're that good. They really are. Um, a lot of people think so, anyways. This is something for everybody. It has something for everybody. Not that this entire album is for everybody, but out of what I've shown, I would definitely suggest that you guys check this out, and the One No Tricks Point Never albums too. Um, I don't know. I really like this one. I think I would have to say that prefer this over Zones. I prefer R+7 over Zones Without People, but I think that you guys might like Zones Without People. I don't know. I have no idea. I really don't know. It's kind of hard for me to compare all that. And then this last one. This is not for anybody in the zone other than Daniel and those that really like hip hop. I don't know that there are a lot out there. Track listing on the back. It's sorry, it's like reversed. Fool's Gold, Backbeats, Barcode. Um, I think this also came with a download. I don't know, but I like the gatefold. I like the minimal art. Like I said, everything has been minimal except for the Flying Lotus and the sun, and even the One Fix Point Ever was one of them. The albums was not. I don't know. Anyways, on both the double LP, A and B sides, both look like that. This is I think this is a modern day classic. I don't know. I really do. A lot of people can compare him to ODB from Wu-Tang Clan, and I don't know. I think that the only reason why that happened so much is because ODB was raw, really, really raw, and said what he wanted to say and didn't sugarcoat it and didn't try to appeal to anybody. I just watched an interview with him, and Danny Brown was talking like he was discussing with another newer hip hop artist, what do you do, like how do you make, do you sit down and like pick out beats that appeal to people, like, oh, people will really like this, and do you write a song that and then say, oh, people really like this? Danny Brown said that the first Danny Brown fan and the most important Danny Brown fan is Danny Brown, and that was really cool. um, he's not doing it for, he's like laying it all on the table, all of, like, just, he's not glorifying, drugs and sex and songs. There's a lot, there's a lot of it is like just that kind of hip hop, but when he talks about drugs, he also talks about how he's 30 years old, and you know because he was selling drugs for so long, he's addicted to them. and it's hard for him to like get off the dope, man. It doesn't really say what it is. I don't know. In that interview, he says that he's never smoked crack, but the guy's missing a tooth. He has a crazy haircut. He's a freak, a self-proclaimed freak. Um, Raw, in your face, genuine. That's the way to describe the album. There's an insert too, a lyric page. Um, I didn't actually know that it came with this until I went on the internet. I got it, and then I went on the internet. And I was just like, reading about Danny Brown, and it was like, oh, the vinyl comes with an insert. I was like, oh, really? But yeah, like I said, extremely explicit. But if you want to hear a man's story, raw and unedited, uncut, nothing, no holds bars, it's a great one. It's a great one. Um, like I said, I guess that's where people get the comparison to ODB is because they are both just so raw. I'm not gonna say that either one are, that they're on the same level or there is even a level that they both exist on because you either like music or you don't. There's no, oh, I don't get it, or oh, you don't get it. None of that. Just, yeah. I don't think that a lot of you guys in the co-op, the vinyl co-op, would even appreciate this. You might appreciate that he's so genuine upfront with the not only the glamorous side. He really shows like the flaws of the glamorous side of hip hop, where it's like drugs and sex, by also saying that dude, I can't quit because I'm addicted, and there's a lot line like these drugs became my life or something. I can't remember, but like I said, just really genuine. Makes it an amazing listen, and it makes it really gives it a lot of replay value. Anyways, this is my 10th take. I hope that it uploads this time. I really do. I don't think I'm gonna do another one today. I have to wait like another 48 hours or something. I don't know. Coffee, drinks, vinyl, raw, minimal, drone, Daniel.